Good morning. We're here for another May Day where we are manifesting, motivating, and meditating for the month of May. Today I'm doing something a little different. I found a poem that I wrote back in July of 2012, and we're going to read that and then discuss it a little bit. However, I want to give you a warning. There is some colorful language, so if you get easily offended by curse words, then right now is where you should stop. For those who want to continue on, here we go. The poem is called Snakes in My Garden. There are snakes in my garden, slithering up to me talking mighty nice. Now I'm no Adam or Eve, but I do believe these snakes are trying to tempt me and convince me that something about me ain't right. Take a bite of this apple and you'll see what's real. Sneaky motherfuckers like them telling me they know the deal. I'll admit that apple sure does look delicious, but I have my eye on these three creatures, and I know they can be vicious. The first one began to fill my head with shit to boast my ego. He immediately became my favorite one out of this unique trio. He got me to relax and eventually let down my guard. Remember, if you give them an inch, they'll gladly take a yard. The next one threw doubt in the wind and sent it to my brain, knowing what he said would stick for sure and slowly drive me insane. The last one told me he keeps it real, but tells me lie after lie. And all this time he looks sincere while staring me in my eyes. Go ahead, take a bite. This apple really is good. All three sounded so sure of what they said, I was beginning to think I should. I reached out and selected my own sweet, shiny apple that was perfectly ripe. I wiped it off just for luck and got ready to take a bite. And just as I was about to chomp, the voice of my God kicked in. Listen to them and bite that apple, you'll be committing the biggest sin. I slipped, tripped, and dipped as I threw the apple and started to run. If those fools would have got me, I surely would have been done. You motherfuckers, I yelled from my deepest pit. I can't afford to get caught up in somebody else's bullshit. Weak-minded bastards have no place in my zone. I got my courage and gathered my strength as I beat them to death with stones. Blood on my hands, but I could live with my decision. From then on, I protect myself with skill and precision. I had snakes in my garden, but I killed those fuckers like that. Now I keep my eyes open to others that will come back. I had snakes in my garden, pretending to be my friends. Now I see with different eyes and refuse to let others win. Once again, that is Snakes in My Garden. I wrote that July of 2012, but it still applies today because you have to look around and see who do you have surrounding you, who's in your crew, who's on your team, who is your support. Sometimes the people who are closest to us are the most toxic in our circle, and we have to take time out to reevaluate friendships, relationships, be it with friends or relatives, and we have to say, you know what, I can't have this toxicity in my life, and we have to let them go. So if you have somebody in your life who's not doing you right or who's being a snake in your garden, adios amigos. Have a good morning, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.